Los Angeles has been on edge, and for so many, it is a time of uncertainty with the possibility of red flag alerts and stronger winds again this week. We're keeping the hope alive that it will not be a week of disastrous fire weather, that is. In fact, a lot of people are expecting miracles as those who have been evacuated were allowed to return to get a look at the burned down neighborhoods for the first time. 27 people killed in all of these Southern California fires and more than 12,000 homes and businesses destroyed. NewsNation's Mills Hayes is live for us in Pacific Palisades. Mills, you were talking to some of the evacuees. They may not be able to go back to their neighborhoods?
Right. It really just kind of depends on the day and also which checkpoint you go to, Adrienne, because even today we went through multiple different checkpoints. Some were easier to get through. We showed our press pass and they let us through. And then some we were told by police that we needed to have a permit, which was the first time that we were ever told that today. However, we were able to get in. So it really just depends on where you're coming in and what the rules are. We spoke with some people yesterday who were able to get in the morning, but then come afternoon time, they stopped letting people come into the Palisades area. So it is really kind of a mixed bag when it comes to access. Now, here is just pure damage. I mean, this right here was a row of homes, what used to be, now just what is left behind. And we did speak with one gentleman who wasn't able to get in and see what his home looked like, but we were able to speak with him at the location that he's staying at. He was able to stay with some family members, and they were in a apartment complex that actually had 75 different units in it. We were able to see the damage of that complex yesterday before he even saw it, and it was just wiped out. And this is something that he has experienced before.
This was a wild beast, and it was something nobody could. But a funny thing is that our addresses that we've had since we came here, two places on PCH and this place here, they're all non-existing anymore. And maybe we're just a jinx. I mean, the addresses just disappeared.
And Adrienne, there's been a lot of finger pointing as far as what could have gone better from the first responder point of view. And I asked him if he felt like LA Fire Department or any other first responders could have done anything more. And he says, no, it was a wildfire that no one had ever seen so big. However, I did ask some other people who've told me that they were frustrated about the lack of warning to be able to evacuate when that wildfire started.
Yeah,
Adrienne?
That's a good point, because some people had literally minutes before they had to get out of their neighborhoods, out of their homes. President Trump is scheduled to visit California's fire survivors once he's back in office. Have you talked to homeowners there about that?
We have, and again, that's a mixed reaction there as well. There's some people who, are frustrated that he's coming and think that it's really just a photo op, and then there's other people who are really excited that he's coming here and think that it's a good way for them to be able to get more exposure because they feel like they need help. And by the future president coming here and showcasing and talking to leaders, they believe that it could help them get a little bit more help definitely as far as it goes in getting more funding from Congress. But really, most of the people that we spoke with when it comes to President Trump's visit, they just tell us that that's really not the biggest thing on their mind right now. They're trying to figure out where they're going to live, what kind of clothes they can wear tomorrow, and where they can really find a toothbrush, Adrienne.
Yeah, I know there are a lot of nonprofits who are providing those kinds of essentials, hairbrushes, toothbrushes, just someplace to sleep. Thank you very much. NewsNation's Mills Hayes. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.